Hey guys, we are back on my YouTube channel with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 11 tools and apps that I've used to grow my online business, my PR agency. I really felt like that would be quite a good one to do, like really talk about it. I'm actually in the middle of promoting my brand new course, which is a boot camp as it goes. Let me just quickly flash onto that for a second and talk to you about the boot camp just for 1 second, then I'm going to go into the presentation, darlings. But it's basically the Business Bliss and Visibility and Fame Bootcamp. I'm putting on the actual voiceover voice. I do voiceover work sometimes, so I'm putting on the voiceover voice. The Business Bliss, Visibility and Fame Bootcamp with yours truly, Queen Choma, over at queenchomamedia.com. Okay, guys. So yeah, basically this is a business course. It's basically a 4-week program for women entrepreneurs, women, kingdom women, like women in Christian women, kingdom women, boss babes, women that want to actually take their businesses to the next level. But it's also for you if you just want to evaluate your business and just sort of take a bit of time to look at things and tweak things and refine things and take it to the next level. So there's going to be a link in the bio section, the profile section. Just check out that link where you'll find more. And I'm going to talk about this a bit more as well. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just jump into this training, guys. I'm gonna be sharing with you, as you know, 11 ways, 11 tools and apps that I've used to grow my online business, my PR agency. Before I go into that, I want to just share this quote. Spending energy to understand the audience and carefully crafting a message that resonates with them means making a commitment of time and discipline to the process. And this is by Nancy Duarte. So I wanted to read this out because basically, if you understand your audience, if you have tools and resources to help your audience, if you're able to do things to impact your audience, you're going to make money in your business. You're going to have sales. You're going to have impact. You're going to have income. But sometimes what it is we don't really know our audience. We don't really spend the time to craft a message. We don't spend the time to how can you put out a good message if you don't have the right tools and resources, if you don't have the right tools and the apps? And so you might want to put out a really good picture, but you don't have a good camera. So how are you going to put out a good photo onto social media? So that's why it's really good to know what tools and apps to leverage. So anyway, if you don't know who I am, a quick nutshell. My name is Queen Choma. I have a PR and media coaching consultancy business. I kind of, like I said, run a PR agency. I work as a publicist for the most part. Basically doing done for you PR for my clients. I'm getting them booked onto the media, like getting them onto all these business platforms and getting them into the media. So this is like I've helped my clients to be seen in Forbes, Thrive Global, Lady Boss Blogger, Classy Career Girl, um, Entrepreneurs on Fire. Some of these are like really big platforms, right? And one of my clients was on BBC Social. One of my clients has been on um, CBS, like just all these different like TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I've worked with hundreds of clients and customers over the years, and I've had different businesses. So I've had a freelance hairdressing business where it was just about doing hair part time, like freelancing with that while I was at university, while I was also having another part-time job as well. And then I basically got into beauty pageant business where I was basically organizing all these live events. I used to run motivational seminars as well. And I used to host a meetup group for women in business on a monthly basis. And then I've also worked with now I'm working with mainly 6-figure women and boss babes, female coaches, authors, speakers, celebrity women, to be in the media, to help them to be in the media, to get good PR for their brands. Okay, so now let me go into it now. Let's go into what I use to make this business, run so smoothly. Now, business is never always smooth, by the way. It can have its ups and downs, its twists and its turns. But if you have these tools that you're using, it's going to help your business to be more successful. So you need to know what tools you need. But I'm going to share ones I'm using, and maybe you can use them too. It might help you. Okay, so number one, Teachable. I use Teachable to host my courses and my programs. So I use this to host my membership, for example. I have a membership called Queen Moments. And so we were very active with that. It's kind of taken a bit of a pause, but we're probably going to get back into that very soon. But yeah, so I did that for like a year, my membership, and it was so much fun. I definitely really loved it. And I had basically Teachable is a course platform. It's a platform where you can host courses, programs, you can host group coaching, whatever it is that you want to put out there that you want people to buy. So I use this platform to host my membership. I use this platform to really take my sales to the next level. It really has helped to make sales. But I think for me, the good thing with Teachable is I was selling more low ticket with the membership. And or I was selling like other courses. Like I had a course called Kingdom Women Arise and Prepare for Marriage. I'm going to put the links below to some of my courses. And the Kingdom Women Arise and Prepare for Marriage program was a course for Christian women. And yes, I put the link there. I'm going to put it there so you can check it out. But basically, it's been a really great platform to host courses. I've also bought a lot of courses where people have this platform too, and I've been able to watch a lot of the courses, the course content using this platform. So I've noticed that a lot of six-figure entrepreneurs and even millionaire entrepreneurs are using Teachable. And so when I log into Teachable, I can see all these courses I've bought. So that's quite useful for me. Okay, so Audible. Oh, okay, so you might think, oh, how does this relate to business? Well, guess what? If you don't have a very successful mindset, you're not going to have a successful business. So I literally, this is a business decision to have this app and to pay money to buy books on this app and to be a member and all of that. So I listen to about a few chapters of a book. I mean, I think I listen to about 3 books a day, about 2 or 3 chapters daily. This is just a pretty much a non-negotiable for me to listen to something every single day on the Audible app. And typically I'm listening to about 2 or 3 books. That is a daily thing. This is why I definitely believe that I've been able to attract clients. I've been able to have a business because I have a business mindset and a success mindset, and it helps to feed your mind with positive things, to listen to books, listen to listen to books that are going to help you to become to basically take you to the next level, whether it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially. You've got to work on yourself, especially your mindset, because business is about the mindset. If you're not motivated, you can't succeed. So that's definitely an app I recommend. The third one is Adobe Creative Cloud. Okay, so I normally pay for this every month. I haven't actually used it recently, but I just think this whole platform is just amazing. I feel like we need to like make a kind of decision, guys. We need to make a decision. We're going to like use Adobe like in 2023, like on a whole nother level, because I feel like there's so much on this app, on this platform, this sort of umbrella of all these different softwares that we could really leverage and take our businesses to new heights. It's such a powerful platform. It's got loads of different softwares. So basically, the ones I mainly use, I use Adobe Audition for my podcast. So Adobe Audition is where you can use to edit podcast audios, podcast episodes, and things like that. If you want to create anything to do with audio, if you want to do voiceovers, if you want to sing and put it onto, you can use Adobe Audition. It's fantastic. It's just brilliant. It's just fantastic. I can't describe it. There's lots of really good special effects if you wanted to, add some voice effects on your podcast episode that you're editing on this platform. It's just, I can't put into words how good it is. I love this platform. Some people use other platforms to edit. This is my favorite. And I think and Adobe is advanced, by the way. So it's advanced. When it comes to all of these types of editing softwares, Adobe is up there. When it comes to video, it's very, very advanced as well. There are some. So okay, let's talk about video for a moment. Okay, I use Adobe Premiere Rush, but that basically I have to have Adobe Pro to be able to have. So basically, I have to basically use it's actually, it comes as 2-in-1. So I sign up for Adobe. What it is actually is I have like this the whole cloud. I get access to, I think I get access to everything because I have this sort of like special price that they gave me, like a sort of like discount that they gave me to have the whole thing. I don't use all of it though, but the main ones I use are these 3. So basically, in reference to Adobe Premiere Pro, I actually have Adobe Premiere Pro, but it comes with Adobe Premiere Rush, and that's the one I use mainly. The Pro one is I think it's a bit too advanced for me. or I just can't be bothered to learn how to use it. I used to use another platform called Coral, and I think they're very similar. Coral is a very professional editing software as well. It's really, really advanced, compared to, for example, iMovie, right? Um, and I think Premiere Pro is exactly like Coral, or very similar. I think it's very similar. Um, But people mainly know Adobe Premiere Pro, and then they mainly know Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is the most advanced. I don't know if there's anything more advanced that's come out, but that is the one that everybody uses for film, television, cinematography, all of those things. Yeah. How do I know this? Because I used to work in the TV world, guys. I used to be a TV presenter, so I know these things, darlings. Um, I used to work with a lot of videographers, cinematographers, and but at the same time, I haven't done much TV work, since the pandemic. So I don't know if things have changed, darlings. I am, don't know. Anyway, okay, guys, I would love to explore InDesign. I've used it a little bit, but it's meant to be really good to help you to create like ebooks and some, yeah, just like basically putting together some books and some kind of digital files and things like that. I want to explore that. Like, I feel like there are so many resources and tools that we're not exploring, and our businesses could go to new levels if we would just explore different apps and softwares. But we sometimes stay stuck using the things we know how to use over and over. This is why I'm just putting this out there today, some of the tools I use, but I'm challenging you to join me for the bootcamp that I'm talking to you about, which I'll just quickly talk about that again for a second. I'm just challenging you to join me for my bootcamp, the Business Bliss Visibility and Fame Bootcamp, because I really want to share with you the 25 tools I'm using. I'm just sharing 11 at the moment, but in my course, I'm going to share 25 tools I use. But I want to go deeper into like recommendations and like ideas, referrals, business systems, business structures, like talking to you about these different things, because it's so important that we don't just limit ourselves to what we know and what feels good and what we're used to, because then we can't grow. And so, like I was talking about with InDesign, if I learn how to use InDesign and then I'm able to start publishing my books onto Amazon Kindle, which is something I've been trying to do. Now, I have seen some tutorials on this, and I've joined this course that teaches me how to get stuff onto Kindle, onto Amazon Kindle. But it's just that it's almost like we still have to go through that process of leaving our comfort zones and going on to Amazon Kindle and playing around with that enough, like playing around with how do you upload it, how do what's the different, what is the size that you need to use to make sure that it will upload effectively, or whatever it would be. And sometimes it's easier to not do that. Sometimes it's easier to stick to, okay, let me post again on Instagram, let me go back on TikTok and all of this, right? So this is what we're going to be doing in this bootcamp, is exploring how can you and I really begin to think bigger and look outside of the box. And I remember Jasmine Star, who is like a millionaire businesswoman. She basically has this really famous membership, which I used to be in. I joined her membership, and it's called Social Curator. It's really, really good, actually. And she has a podcast. She's very, very, very successful as an entrepreneur. That she's kind of like friends with Amy Porterfield, and she used to be, I think she was a client of James Wedmore. So anyway, she used to say this. She used to say that she doesn't just focus on doing what's urgent. She does what's important too, but it's not urgent. Because that's where we go wrong as entrepreneurs sometimes. We focus on what's urgent, but we don't do what's important, but it's not urgent. So something that's important but not urgent is going to help you with your future profits. So for example, if it's not urgent for me to do, like, for example, make a TikTok video. It's not typically urgent unless I have people waiting for my TikTok video, unless I haven't done one for a while. It would be more urgent to send out an invoice if I need a payment. Like if I'm waiting for a payment and I need to, that's like an urgent thing. It's like, send the invoice so you can be paid. So, or, if you need to make a payment to update your software or something like that, one of the softwares you have, or one of the tools or the apps that's going to help your business to keep going, right? But what's important, but it's not urgent. It could be something like making a new video for YouTube, like something like this. It's important, but it's not necessarily urgent because it's not as if I'm gonna immediately get a return from this. Like it's not like, oh my goodness, the minute I make this video, I'm gonna receive 5,000 straight away. It's not. It doesn't. This is something that I'm not monetized on YouTube. Like somebody else can do this and they're monetized, so they everything they do is gonna bring them money, right? But it's still important to do this because this is a way for me to sow the seeds to reap a business harvest. I'm adding value and money will come back to me, and other different, like other opportunities will come my way as a result of putting out value on social media. Okay, so number four. Okay, so we've got to number four. Sorry guys if I'm rambling a little bit, but we're gonna get there. Number four is Instagram. Now, this is obviously not something I necessarily need to talk about, but I basically use Instagram stories. I use the main Instagram, as in like the main profile. I post just like these sort of blog posts, like where I'm just kind of giving advice or tips or strategies or suggestions or sharing how I'm feeling or something like that. I typically just share my thoughts, or I give like four reasons to use PR, or 5 ways to effectively use PR more. I don't know, stuff like that. How to post, basically, how to post. Okay, and then the next thing is graphics. I post a lot of graphics, images, videos. I do live streams, and I'm in the DMs. This is okay. The reason why I want to talk about Instagram is because this is how I make some of my money. A lot of my money has come through Instagram, and it hasn't come as a result of me being paid from Instagram. It's come because I've made connections through the DMs or through my post that I've posted, and I have literally spoken to women online on Instagram, and I've become friends with women or connected with some women that I think are my ideal clients. And as we've got connecting, and maybe we usually will jump on a call. I've like said, oh, like, would you like to jump on a call and talk about PR a little bit and see if I can help? And many of them have said yes. And then some of them have become a client, and that's made me money in my business. So to me, I really want to encourage you, if you're not using Instagram, I really want to encourage you to be making at least 20 to 40 connections every single month. Now, some of you might do that daily, like you might spend every single day reaching out to like 20 people a day or 40 people a day. Now, that's quite a lot for most business owners. I'm a publicist, so that's not a lot for me. As a publicist, I'm supposed to be reaching out to a lot of sources because that's how I get my clients in the media. That's my job. But doesn't mean that making connections is the same as pitching to the media. It's very different. So when you're making these connections, make sure it's personal. Make sure that you are getting to know them. Don't try and get something out of them, but just get to know them. I think that's the difference between, like, this is why people will want to work with you, is because they will kind of realize you want them for them rather than you just only want them to get their money. I think this is the important sweet spot to find. It is about business, but don't make it be just about business. If they don't want to work with you, still be their friend or still like check on them or keep in touch. Don't just see it as, oh, if you don't want to work with me, then bye. Like, don't see it like that. That's one of the things I really, really think will make the difference for you when you're actually doing social selling. Okay, number 5 is I use Squarespace. I use this to host my website, my blog. I love this platform so much because it's so professional and great templates, and it's so easy to use. Okay, so Voxer, I use this. So basically, I don't know if you guys know this app or this tool, but it's called Voxer. It's awesome to send voice notes for your coaching business or your consultancy business. It's a great way to support your clients while you're working with them in your coaching packages or your consultancy packages. It's also great to really screenshot some of this. By the way, you have to ask your clients permission. Don't just do this, but you can screenshot some testimonials from your clients to show that your clients are, the great interactions you're having with your clients. Obviously, what is actually don't post anything confidential and ask your clients first. But it's a great way to gather some testimonials as well, because sometimes we're working with our clients and we need screenshots. We need some, screenshots of voice notes. We need screenshots of like testimonials, and you can actually grab a few and then post them to show that your clients are getting results. Okay. Like I said, you've got to ask permission. Do not post anything without permission. Now, this tool is so good because you can send your clients voice notes, you can check on them, they can ask you questions. And a lot of entrepreneurs, 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, use this too. And you don't want everything on, we don't want everything on Instagram, we don't want everything on Facebook. It can get all messy. So if you have your clients all on Voxer, you can separate social media and you can separate being on social media for fun, and now you're in business mode with Voxer, right? Okay, Calendly is another one. This is number 8, Calendly. I use this to invite potential clients to book in sales calls with me. I usually use the paid option. It's about $12 or so, or $15. It's totally worth it for me. Like, I feel like it needs to, I need to use this version because I get more with the paid version. So I do encourage you, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to pay more for this resource or this tool or this, I want to encourage you to invest if you need to. I have invested for paid versions of things for a lot of things, and it is worth it. Even Voxer, like, I use the paid version for Voxer so that I can get more out of the service. Oh my goodness, this should honestly be an award-winning app. I don't know if it is, but it should be. I use Canva, and I use it to create all my graphics for my business. I use it to create resources and materials like presentation slides, PDFs. I use it for, what else do I use it for? Just you name it, guys. Just everything. Like ebooks. You can use it for business cards. You can use it to create worksheets, workbooks. It's so good. It helps me with all my courses. It really is great. And the thing is, guess what, guys? I've actually created 500 pieces of content on Fiverr. I mean, sorry, on Canva. I don't know why I said Fiverr, on Canva. And guess what, guys? I received an award from them. They gave me like a certificate, and it's like basically for creating over 500 pieces of content on their platform. So that really cheered me up when I got that. I was like, wow, when they say hard work pays off, it really does when you least expect it. Like, I never knew that I was working towards this certificate that I was going to get one day. I was amazed when that happened. It's such a lovely moment when you see, like, wow, like all that time when I was putting in all that effort to make all these graphics, I didn't know a certificate was going to come my way telling me, well done, congratulations for getting to 500. I didn't know. Okay. Number 10, Zoom. Oh my goodness, this is one of the go-to I think that Canva and Zoom, the go-to in my business, absolutely necessary. So obviously, as you know, when the pandemic hit, a lot of people were using Zoom, and I haven't really stopped. Now, I don't really like this idea of virtual. I just don't really like it. And I think the pandemic wasn't really great for someone like me because I'm an extrovert, and I think it made me very introverted, and I think it just did not work for me, and I think that it took me backwards a bit. But I am determined to bounce into success, darlings, just like all of us are. So this is why I wanted to create this business bootcamp, to really work on some of those, like, okay, what refinement needs to happen in business? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to do more of? And I think we should do it together. So if you're interested, the link is in the bio section. Okay, so Zoom is great for sales calls, strategy calls. You can use it to host I used it to host my mastermind calls. I've used it for hosting virtual events, interviewing podcast guests, interviewing people for YouTube and things like that. It's really, really effective. Okay, so lead pages. This is perfect for creating sales pages, also known as landing pages. Now, if you're trying to promote an event, if you're trying to promote a product, a new course, you don't always want it to be on your website. This is why lead pages is so good, because it can just be a standalone page. Now, sometimes I'll put things on my website. I'll have things on other pages and everything, but lead pages is just so good to really you can also use it to capture emails if you want to grow your email list. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, this is why you need to join my program, the Business Bliss Bootcamp. And it's covering visibility and fame, because think about it, right? If you don't have fame, it's difficult, isn't it? If you're not having visibility, some of you have the visibility, but what is it doing for you? Are you converting that into client sales income in your business? If you're not, then you're having a problem still, because you have this visibility, but there's no money. Like, that is not a business. That's a hobby, right? An expensive hobby. So using tools that I'm mentioning, especially something like lead pages, it can be very, very effective to help you to make money in your business. Okay. So the next thing I wanted, so that's it, guys. In a nutshell, I kind of went through all the tools I I'll just go back through it in a nutshell. I guess I could just do that quickly. But obviously, I'm going to be talking about a lot more. I'm going to mention 25 in my program. So the first one I mentioned is Teachable. Then I mentioned Audible, the Audible app. Then I mentioned Adobe Cloud. Then I mentioned Instagram. Then Squarespace, which is great for creating websites. Then we have Voxer for Voxer coaching. You can coach your clients on Voxer, by the way. If you could literally put out a course, not a course, but you could put out an offer and say, hey, I'm offering coaching through Voxer. How wonderful is that? You can receive $500 for the clients that sign up, or whatever it is you want to charge. It's a good way for low ticket coaching without you fully having to be there. Calendly, booking those calls into your calendar. There's nothing worse than trying to do it manually. Hey, let's talk over. Let's go on Zoom and talk. Let's have a call, and then it's like, okay, yes. So when are you free? When are you free? When are you free? Okay, yeah, my time zone. Blah blah blah. Like no one has time for that. Okay, send them the link to your calendar. Let them book in, and that is that. Okay. This is what we call easy. Not make that's why business runs smoothly when we have these tools and apps. But when you don't have these kinds of tools and apps, you start doing stupid stuff such as back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nothing is going to happen like that. Canva. As I mentioned, this should be an award-winning app because it's just amazing what they allow you to do in reference to creating graphics, PDFs, worksheets, workbooks, ebooks, you name it. It's just amazing. Number 10, Zoom, and number 11, Lead Pages. Okay, so all these tools are very effective. There are many more tools, apps that I use. I even want to talk about my professional camera, lighting, and things like that. So if you're interested in learning more, if you'd like to get some business tips from me, PR, if you want some PR and media tips to help you in your business or just business tips, reach out to me and book in a free 30-minute PR and media strategy session with me. Or you can find out more about my courses and my services down below. Just contact me. You can even send me a DM on Instagram at Queen Choma. And basically, I want to encourage you again to join the Business Bliss, Visibility and Fame Bootcamp. We start on the 1st of November, so get yourself signed up before the 1st of November, please. Join this bootcamp if you want to gain business ideas, business strategies, if you want more clarity in your business, if you want to discover how to make anything from 3K to 7K every single month in your business or more. And this is great for you if you want to attract new clients and sales. This is perfect for you if you want to attract good PR for your brand and publicity. Attracting media interviews, speaking gigs. I have been in Forbes, Thrive Global. My clients have, been like I mentioned, one of my clients has been seen on CBS. Another client has been on NBC, like she was on television, NBC. She took my strategies, my PR tips, and ran with it, and ended up being on TV. Some of my clients, I booked them to be in the media, and some of my clients have just taken my tips and ran with it. And you're going to learn how to be your own publicist, how to do your own PR for yourself, so that you get the visibility that you desire. And then you might be scared of fame. A lot of people are scared of fame. They're scared to be famous. Well, you need to learn how to handle that because it's going to come. And so we're covering fame. How can you handle fame? How can you handle it? How can you leverage it? And so on and so forth. So the final thing I want to say, find out more about the bootcamp by looking at the link below. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this to be very valuable. Let me know what tools or resources do you want to add to the list. There are definitely so many more I could cover. I mean, Notion is a really good one. Another tool I could mention quickly, obviously TikTok is fantastic for business. I use Google Sheets a lot. I forgot to even mention that. That should be really one of the most important ones I talk about because I use Google Docs and use Google Sheets every single day in my business, especially the sheets because I track all my clients' work through it. I definitely use Facebook and there's just so many tools, the other tools I use that help my business to be really effective. But it is, you can find out more about what I use in my business bootcamp, or just send me a DM on Instagram, or just put a comment below. Drop me a comment, guys. Let me know how you found this. Did you enjoy this? Do you want me to do more like presentations like this? Do you want more tips like this? Let me know. Thanks for watching. God bless you. I love you all. This is Queen Choma over here from queenchomamedia.com. And as you know, what I was covering is basically, my topic today in this presentation was really about, which I'm just going to quickly go back over, like I've forgotten the topic, 11 tools and apps that I've used to grow my online Business, my PR agency. So I hope this helped. God bless you all. See you in the next one.